I'm really proud of my team. I thought that was a thorough performance. We really defended them, guarded them, and we were efficient offensively. We were really ready to play the last 2 days. I loved how mature we prepared, and it's great to be 1-0 in the league.
What's it say about Zach, where all the talk is 3 7-footers, 3 7-footers? Wait a minute, he's got something to say.
Huge day for him, Tom, because the last high-level game he wasn't very good, and again, all you heard around was those big guys, and for him to perform like that, I thought was great. He got us started scoring inside, and that was a key. And then he's good facing the bucket, making decisions. And he's really good at knowing how to roll off of great passing perimeter players. And those guys really know how to find him and him to finish. But I'm really happy. That's a big step for him tonight and his confidence that he did it in a league game.
When you're preparing the team for this, I mean, they lose their leading scorer. Do you talk about we're playing an opponent that's a little vulnerable now that we can attack, or how do you?
Yeah, I think, we talked about last night that, we found out Thomas was gone and they'd be different. But, one of the things I talked to them about was, trying to become cruel competitors, and going after people. And we talked about that at halftime. Could we put them away and start the second half? And I'm really proud that we did that. I knew we'd find it, we'd have a group that without Thomas had nothing to lose and they were just going to play and shoot it. And, so you worry about that. I just didn't want us uptight. And but we're kind of a loose bunch, man. I want us going for it every time we play. I don't ever want us playing tight. And again, I think the personalities that we have will keep us from being uptight, even if the coach is uptight.
Seems weird to lump Demetrius with Jaron, but when you say cruel competitors, those two guards seem to be that already.
They're assassins. What they do to people and how they go after people, they are. I am so excited about what's developing with those two guys, and I certainly put them up against any backcourt in the country the way they're evolving right now.
Is that the message you want the rest of the league to get from seeing this game?
No, it's funny. I don't want, we don't send any messages. I mean, my gosh, it's just good to be 1-0, man. I mean, I'm thrilled about where we're at. I think this is another confidence giver for our group. I think it's a big confidence giver for Zach. We have to look at those things. And, we're 1-0. We'll shut it down for exams for a little bit, and then we have another big challenge Saturday. But, we're not about any statements. Let's just act like we've been there and, come back humble on Wednesday and try and get better.
Mike, five guys playing the majority of the minutes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your bench. Any concerns there?
My bench, I thought our bench was great tonight. I thought our bench gave us great minutes. I thought Martin Gibbon gave us great minutes. I thought Torres came in, gave us great energy. I thought Burgett came in and gave us good stuff. All those guys. I mean, it was limited, but they had a big role in this. And, our key guys are going to play, they're going to play a long time in big games a lot of times. And but I thought all three guys that we use off the bench, really helped us.
In addition to scoring a lot, the guards also had a lot of big rebounds. Was the message against 3 7-footers, all hands on deck, everybody's got to get
Yeah, I mean, the two things we talked about, blocking out and can we rebound the ball and not get scorched on the backboard. 12 offensive rebounds you can absorb. And then executing offensively. And, we shoot 51% from the floor. I thought we were machine-like offensively there at times. I mean, I don't know, we really know how to play on that end of the floor and move it, and we're getting a swagger on how to move people around, which is really neat to see here in December.
Makes up with 9 getting scorched. You outscored them in the paint 46-34, only one lost rebound by one. Were you surprised at how well you were able to do inside?
I am a little pleasantly surprised. I thought there'd be more banging away on the backboard there, but I thought we really held our own. Of course, our stuff in the paint was, layups in transition because we turned people over, and rolls off a ball screen and hard drives by a group that can really drive the ball. I think we're underrated as drivers. Everybody says, you got shot makers. We do have that, but we have guys that can, those shot makers can also get to the hole and draw fouls, and then we were good from the foul line tonight too.
Mike, how much of that all emanates from Demetrius, whether it's on-ball defense or getting into the...
Well, he sets the tone defensively, and tonight, you know, I thought his ball pressure eventually in the second half took its toll on them. You know, he really had their guards pushed out, and he does it so unselfishly, and it's exhausting. But it's really important for our team, and he's such a key at the point of attack. But it's a workout. But eventually, you get tired of handling the ball against him. We had a couple steals, overplay steals. It was because he was pressuring the ball. Of course, he had a couple then too, because other guys pressured the ball pretty good.
Because I reached a point with Zach where when you know he's going to be wired, you don't have to worry about him being too wired like he was in the past.
You know what I told him, you know, before the game? I said, we just have fun, man. I don't want the weight of the world on you. You got a lot of great players, you know, really good players you're playing with. But I'm very proud of him because, you know, to deliver on this night against big dudes in a league game, that's a big step for Zach, especially after his Michigan State performance.
Along those lines, what did you say to him after Michigan State? Did you get on him? Did you let him go?
It's like, you know, let's come on back the next day, and you know, we looked at a couple shots that were forced. You know, he forced a couple things. He shot some fadeaways. I think we eliminated that, and just said, you know, you just need to have a good practice. And he had 2 good practices, and you know, I just, you know, I don't want our guys thinking too much. You know, I don't think we were thinking tonight. We were reacting and cutting and moving, and you know, the whole phrase of, man, we're going for it every night. We got nothing to protect. We got nothing to protect. We're going for it.
What coach do you have when you see him driving down the line from the top of the key?
I'll tell you, you know, he made good decisions with his drives, and you know, when he fakes a dribble handoff with Jaron, there's a lot of traffic a lot of times that goes. And that's something, yeah, that out of bounds set that we put in where he got 2 dunks, we put that in today. And I didn't know we'd get that. But I think he just made a really good read and, you know, huge drive, and what, you know, like to finish the half with that, what a great momentum play that is.
When's the last time you had a group that could get 10 dunks in a week?
Yeah, the Irish are throwing down, baby. The Irish are throwing down. How about that? I mean, we got some guys that can finish, don't we? We really do. Lot to work with, and again, to get a league win under your belt before Christmas is huge.
You guys were getting out rebounded, I think 12-6 early. Then you started out rebounding them. I think it was 10-4 at the heart of that 18-2. Can you comment on just what changed and triggered that run?
You know what? We're pretty good at getting a feel of the rhythm of their offense, and then being able to get our blockouts, and we almost need a little bit of time to get a feel of the rhythm, and then how guys are going to the board. And I thought to end the half we were really good, and you know, we get out rebounded by 1. We only give up 12 offensive rebounds. You know, we just want to hold our own on the board with that smaller lineup, and I thought we did that. We got key rebounds though when we were building the lead to kind of put it away. See you later.